As a matter of fact, bitch, go brush your tongue. I know your motherfucking tongue white as a motherfucker, both of y'all. Bitches that usually can't follow directions usually have white ass tongues and yellow ass teeth. Before you try me, before you come comment on my page, before you do any of that, baby bitch, make sure your teeth is white and your tongue is pink before you come at me, okay? All right, now go on and brush it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Bruja Africana, coming to y'all with another tarot reading. Hopefully, by now, you all have already subscribed and you are locked into my channel. I want to introduce some new things, but I want to wait until we get our subscribers up. So once we get to the point of maybe 2,500 subscribers, or let's do this. If y'all can help me get to 2,500 subscribers by 420, that's Weed Holiday, then I'm going to introduce all three topics. I've outlined what those topics were in a post to my page directly. So head to the community section and check out my post. You'll find a lot of shit there that I be talking to that I haven't recorded. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Jay-Z. So I want to say it's been 2 weeks since I've done that video, or maybe it was just last week that I did it. But either way, remember I told y'all that while a lot of these other celebrities, they were going to get caught up in a lot of the shit that's going on about sex trafficking or just overall sexual deviance. And I told y'all that Jay-Z wouldn't be involved in that aspect of it. I know a lot of y'all are trying to lay that card of pedophilia on him. He's not a pedophile. I know a lot of y'all are trying to lay that that title on him of sexual predator. He's not that either. But what he is, and what I did point out to y'all, that he was a murderer. I think that a lot of y'all want to see him face the same fate as Diddy because he has connections to Diddy, which is outlined in this reading. But that is not the connection that you all are going to find. In fact, are we sure that Jay-Z even really likes children? Sure, he loves his children, but, well, the children by Beyonce he loves. But how often do you all see him around children to even formulate the opinion that, oh, he's just like Diddy, he's messing with young? No, he's not messing with underage girls. I know a lot of y'all also want to say, well, he groomed Beyonce. Well, I want y'all to understand that Beyonce's industry age is 41, okay? Again, I pointed this out in Beyonce's reading too. Beyonce is about 46 for real, okay? So she was not groomed, and y'all should stop running with that narrative. What y'all should investigate a little bit more, my internet sleuthy folks, is the fact that a lot of these people that have been in Jay-Z, in proximity to Jay-Z, that have disappeared, such as Miss Kathy White. Oh yes, we're gonna talk about Kathy White, and we're gonna talk about Liz Crokin or Crokin, or however she pronounces her name, the journalist that's trying to expose this shit. But I just want y'all to see or know or acknowledge that I said this shit in a tarot reading a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago, however long I did it. I told y'all it was going to begin to be talks about him being questioned about murders that have happened. See, he doesn't have anything to do with this sex trafficking and shit. Does he have knowledge of it? Of course. But he doesn't have a hand in that arena. And this is where him and Puff's relationship not is established, or let me put it like this, is where their relationship has a tighter bond. The ancestors card is the death card that represents Puff. This also represents the theme of the reading, the murders that have happened that these people have swept under the rug. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Am I still gonna fuck with Jay-Z's music? Of course. I'm a realist. Before I'm anything, I'm a fucking realist. And I am one of those people that I can separate people from the things that they are being accused of, allegedly, or the things that they have done. I know that is real. I know some of y'all like, what? And you don't quite understand it. But what I am saying is the shit that he has done is Sean Carter. Jay-Z is the artist. I am still going to listen to Jay-Z, okay? All right, now that we've got that explained, let's go in and explain what I'm talking about in these cards, honey. Jay-Z and Puff's relationship is built on them being two kings, okay? Not only on them being two kings, but it is built on the fact that both of them have murdered people. Each of them have knowledge of each of their bodies. I told y'all that is Jay-Z's connection to Puff. Puff knows where Jay-Z's bodies are at. And I want to take a moment to go outside of this circle or show y'all this circle that I'm in to, protect myself. Because, we reading about these darker energies. And when I be reading about these gatekeepers and these motherfuckers and people that's tied into them, my energy gets real heavy. So I have to make sure I clear shit. But anyway, this is what this is about. They know about each other's bodies. They know about the things that have gone on that are nefarious. Jay-Z knows about the little girls and the beatings and the women that Puff has abused and raped, and the men as well. He knows about those, and he knows about the people that Puff has murdered, and vice versa. Except for I want y'all to extract the fact that Jay-Z is not a sexual deviant. He is a murderer, though. Not only does he know, y'all, guess what? And this is why it's important for you to separate the artist from the person. Because Miss Beyonce knows too, honey. Beyonce knows what her husband hath done, honey. But the whole thing is, and I'm going to explain why I'm getting ready to say this. Big Mama only wanted her children, or wants her children acknowledged. And the fact that he is a billionaire and he has so much going on, and y'all got to keep in mind that she's aware that this nigga has killed people, right? She only wants her children acknowledged, or her circle, or the Carter circle, specifically their specific circle acknowledged. So those other children, those bodies, those bodies that got them children that's attached to it, I'm getting ready to get into it real quick. She didn't want to know nothing about it. She turned her head, or she turns her head. That's possibly why, y'all are getting those vibes of, oh, she's being abused. No, she ain't quite being abused, but we'll get into that in another Jay-Z and Beyonce reading. We talking about Jay-Z right now. But I'm explaining Beyonce is part in this too, with a little ass. Sometimes, city girls or country girls get with city guys and you don't really know what it is fucking with these big city dudes. She wasn't dumb, nor am I trying to paint her as this innocent chick, but fucking with a nigga like Jay-Z, she didn't even know. She basically fucking with a fucking street nigga, a hood nigga that got to be a billionaire. And that's how we have to look at Jay-Z and Puff and everybody else that we're going to talk about in these readings. These are just niggas from the hood that got rich. That's how you have to lay it out. Because if you keep putting these people up on these God pedestals, y'all are going to continue to be disappointed. I personally am not surprised to know that Beyonce knows that her husband has killed some people. Hell, think about who your husband or your nigga is or your dude is. You know what this dude done did in his past if he one of them type. Like, especially if y'all got a real bond. He done sat and told you some shit too. This is what this is. Not only that, Beyonce has firsthand knowledge of that damn Kathy White situation. She knows exactly what the fuck happened to that girl. Not only does she know, or she has an idea. Let me say not that she exactly knows. She has a overwhelming idea, and she has a preponderance of evidence if she were to put two and two together to equal 6. Okay. She knows that her husband had something done to this girl. Okay. Not only did she know that he had something did to him, hell, girls, Beyonce a witch, honey. She probably put that shit in the air. Okay. Look, she probably went on and petitioned Oya. I know that she is a daughter of Oshun, but hear me out. When you deal with the Orishas, honey, you deal with the Orishas, okay? Now, because Oshun don't necessarily deal in blood, she may have petitioned old Oya there and told her, look here, I need to get this bitch out my nigga's way. Being that Jay-Z is a child of Shango, Oya is happy to help her remove a bitch, okay? And that's probably what happened. Here's Oya's energy showing up on the Miss Robinson card. I'm sorry, on the death card. That is the devil card right there. This is the death card with the ancestors. This is the devil card. I know y'all like, no, the Orishas don't speak through tarot. No, they're not speaking through tarot, bitch, but I'm painting a picture for your ass. Follow along. Turn the page if you don't like it. Anyway, yeah, Miss Knowles is a witch, honey. And she's a phenomenal artist and all of that shit. And I just love Beyonce, but baby, I love that she a witch too. I love that she know how to do her thing, honey, and influence the shit that her husband doing, which is not all of the shit that he's doing. But I'm like, on some dark shit like this when it comes to their marriage, oh, some of them Orishas gonna stand behind her, honey, including Oshun. That's why Big Queen's showing up too. It's the thing of their marriage. It's the thing of this is her husband. I'm not saying that they condone her doing violent acts against people, but again, you got to know the good, the bad, and the ugly about the Orishas to understand that us black folk, and you Latin people too, because y'all get down in Santeria, but and Leukemia, y'all got to understand us black folks, we just a lot like these Orishas, and the Orishas did a lot of niggerish things too. And being that Beyonce knows about this, and we've covered this part, y'all, let's go on and talk about this damn reporter or this journalist who also has dark intentions. Okay, let's not take all of these people who are doing these exposés or exposing people as, oh, they good people, because a lot of these people have their own dark intentions, which is why we need to keep the moon card and the devil card present. That journalist, her name is that Liz Crokin or Crocken, however she pronounces her name. She is the one who was about to do a interview with Kathy White. Kathy Karina White. Karina White. They called her Kathy. She was supposed to be Jay-Z's side chick. She had got caught out hanging out with Jay-Z and Puff. Y'all see how Puff keeps showing up in this shit. And with this is the level of or the extent of his sexual deviance when it came to Jay-Z. He would make sure he hooked Jay-Z up with other bitches, because I told y'all Jay-Z and Beyonce takes these breaks from each other. And they still fucking around on each other. And we're going to talk about Miss B too in another reading. But anyway, she was going to do the story on who she was. She had contacted her and the girl was like, nah, at first. But then whatever happened, she decided to go forward with the interview. And unfortunately, Kathy White ended up dying. The cause of death was ruled as an aneurysm, but Liz Crokin doesn't believe that that's what happened. So now she's making the choice to go forward with talking. And in a couple other readings, I've told y'all about the people who are making the choice to start talking and telling these people's business because they've lost proximity to these people. I don't know that Liz Crocken, however the cracker ass bitch pronounces her name, I don't know if she truly had proximity to Jay-Z. This may, not that it's not true, because there are images and everything else out. That was like 2011 or something like that after Ring this, because spirits be coming around talking, and certain spirits is trying to say shit that don't need to be said right now. But it was like 2011, 2012 that he was fucking around with that Kathy White chick. And there are images and shit out and showing him out kicking it with her while Beyonce was on tour, or like overseas on tour, like while the cat was away, the nigga was playing, like the shit was going down. And she has knowledge of all of this. However, I don't think that it's a situation of her being upset because she's not in proximity to them anymore. I think that she is maybe joining on a train of exposing people now. And again, hear me out. There's truths in the things that she's saying, but there's also a lot of loaded truths, meaning that she's telling a lot of lies as well. Now, I'm not saying that what she's saying about him being investigated isn't true. I've already told y'all his cards revealed that he is a fucking murderer. Okay. But a lot of what she's saying has a lot of vitriol attached to it. And I wonder where that is stemming from. Like I said, she does not have any proximity to Jay-Z. She doesn't have any proximity to Puff. Maybe that's what it is. She didn't get a chance to be around those gatekeepers, so to speak. Or they may have cut her down because they saw that, she was just another journalist looking for an opportunity or whatever. So they maybe didn't let her in. So now she's talking so that she can tell her story because everybody else is talking and she wants to get a piece of the pie. or a piece of this expose shit. So she can say, I was the first that, you know how motherfuckers do. Everybody want to be the first motherfucker to expose some shit. But she's truly not the first person to expose that Jay-Z had been cheating on Beyonce. If you think back, or if you go back into shit, like we ourselves saw him doing a little bit of questionable shit with artists, and we're gonna talk about the other artists that he was around that, you know, you could tell he was smashing this bitch. Like, come on now. Like, it doesn't take an expose to show that a Sagittarius man was being a Sagittarius man. However, the fact that she knows directly that something happened to Kathy White, she's got like tapes or footage or whatever she has, she's got evidence to the contrary that kind of it kind of brings into question of whether or not she truly had an aneurysm. Kathy White was 28 years old and otherwise healthy. I don't guess she used drugs, but you can never say. People that hang out with people in the industry, you never know what their vices are. So there were vices present. I know factually that from people who I know and love that have passed from an aneurysm, it can come from extreme stress. So she could have had an aneurysm because this Liz Crokin lady was pressing on her to tell what it is that she knows, or tell about what her and Jay-Z has going on. And there was something else that was going on, but I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. But what I want to say is why the Liz Crokin lady needs to be careful running her mouth about whatever it is that she's telling or going forward, because once she start talking, you know, the gloves is off. That immediately, it's already a conflict going on. They are already in dispute surrounding what she's about to release. So there is some truth to it. However, she might want to relax because these niggas ain't above killing her. And that's exactly what it's showing for Liz Crokin. If she says too much or she reveals too much, and she's unprotected, which she is. She's not protected because here she is in the mother of coins position, in a fucked up position after saying whatever it is or going forward with whatever it is that she's saying. But she might want to be careful because they will kill her. And y'all know I don't like to hold my words anymore when it comes to readings. I remember when I did the reading over the Migos, I directly saw Takeoff's death, but I skipped over it because I didn't want to speak that. I saw his a family dispute or something happening to a family member that would cause their group to be done. I did not read that I saw the lover's card being Takeoff, being the Gemini that something was going to happen to. So that being said, I'm telling you, beware, Miss Liz Crokin, whatever your name is. Sometimes loose lips sink ships, and you playing with a motherfucker that ain't never been caught for doing no shit like this. This nigga been killing people for a while, okay? And certain dudes I done told y'all not to play with, even learning that they on some shady shit. Jay-Z is one of them dudes. And I'm not saying like he a street dude or no shit. No, I'm saying that because this dude practices dark magic, okay? And this is exactly how he's able to get away with murdering people, okay? Now let's speak on Miss Kathy White. So the story is, and her cards do reveal, that she was pregnant by Jay-Z. Not only was she pregnant by him, she was pregnant enough to know that she was having a boy. Jay-Z was with Beyonce, married to Beyonce by then. He did not want any outside children. Remember, I said Miss Knowles did not want their mother chilling around, okay? So the thing was, Beyonce might have told him, look, nigga, I know you out here fucking around, but you better not bring no motherfucking babies here on me. This ain't fences, bitch. You better not bring a bitch's baby here talking about I fucked and got a baby. You nah. So whatever the fuck Beyonce over there saying to him or doing, like whatever her magic is whooping his ass to the point to where that he knew he had to take care of this situation with Kathy White. She most assuredly was pregnant by him, okay? And her being pregnant by him would have meant a lot to her. It would have been a come up. She pregnant by Sean Corey motherfucking Carter, Beyonce's husband, okay? She was going to have his child. Child would look just like him, honey. Would have been just like him. Unlike Sir. We've already discussed that something is a little amiss with Sir. Anyway, it would have did a lot for her. Would have set her right financially, all of that. Would have tore Jay-Z's marriage apart. He couldn't have that. And he wasn't going to let Beyonce fucking find out he done nutted in this motherfucking bitch. Hell, they supposed to be having a happy marriage, and she overseas and shit doing her thing, trying to make sure that, she touring and singing motherfucking Dangerously in Love and whatever in the fuck. Y'all, cat just walked past my window. I'm telling on these dudes. Let me tell you this quick before some bullshit happens. Let me do this again. Clear the spirits out. But anyway, he couldn't let that shit happen. He done got this bitch pregnant, and she probably was about 4 months of them motherfuckers. Bitches that be littler don't be showing a lot. He couldn't do that. He couldn't have Beyonce overseas singing these love songs dedicated to their motherfucking marriage, and he outside literally nutting in bitches. Bitches that got shit going on, but the bitch ain't Beyonce, honey. She ain't Miss Knowles. She's beneath Miss Knowles. She's not a part of the Carter family, not a part of the Carter circle. And she's carrying a son that Beyonce couldn't have at the time. Y'all know Beyonce kept on having them damn miscarriages for a while. And Kathy was pregnant during the time that Beyonce had apparently just had a miscarriage. So you're like, oh, no. We got to do away with this. So here's my theory. Or here's what I think Miss Liz Crokin is saying. Liz Crokin is saying that she was shot in the head. This is what her theory is going to be. And my camera cut off. Like, see how shit keep happening? These spirits is walking, honey. They don't want me to tell this shit. And where did I leave off at? Okay, Liz Crokin believes that she was hit upside the head or shot in the head some kind of way because she had an aneurysm. And in the definition of aneurysm, you do find blunt force trauma can cause it, or being hit upside the head can cause you to have an aneurysm. Now, I know that people can also go and Google things and run with things and make up stories. However, although there is maybe, let me say this. Although I know that people can do that, there is some type of conflict present with how she died. I, for one, feel like she was poisoned. I know that is the easiest way to get some. All right, y'all, we back. The camera kept stopping, saying I ain't had no storage. Like, I got storage on my damn device. But this is just, when you talking that shit and you know them spirits present and they don't want you to tell that shit happens. But I'm going to keep going. Anyway, I think that she got poisoned. I know that poisoning somebody in witchcraft is the easiest way to get somebody gone. I don't believe the theory of her being shot or hit in the head. I believe that she was given something to drink. You know that she likes to party, or she liked to party. So she was always out drinking and doing shit. Like I said, vices may have been present in her death, okay? I think that she was given something in an oral suspension. She drank it and she fell and hit her head, and that's what led to her dying. Not only did it lead to her dying, I believe that they evacuated the fetus that was within her because she was most assuredly pregnant. That's what she was going to tell Liz Croker. Liz Croker is going to put that information out. I don't know if she's going to come with with proof of the pregnancy, but she's going to have some proof of the things that she's coming with. She was hurt. She was hurt. There are going to be not only things come up about her death, there are going to be things about questions that are going to come up about other people that Jay-Z could have possibly been in connection to their murder. Like I said, he has a connection to the murder of Big L. This is going to come back up as well. Not only has he murdered people or had people murdered, there are going to be women that come forward with proof that he made them get an abortion, and going to come forward other women who have possibly disappeared randomly that was dealing with Jay-Z that came up pregnant. So there's going to be a whole lot of talk going on around him. And he might even get questioned about some things. But you know what, y'all? When I tell you this nigga practiced black magic, he practices the shit out of black magic. First of all, I've told you all, he's going to come out scot-free from this. He's very protected. His ancestors have done a very good job at protecting him, and he's done a very good job at making sure he pays his alms to the correct Orisha. So he's going to come out scot-free. I told y'all there are some of these gatekeepers that are going to go through this shit and they're not going to be touched. Jay-Z is one of them. However, his karma is going to be repaid to him through his children and his grandchildren. I do not know what is going to happen, but y'all know that Bible scripture, the sins of the father fall on the son. Those are the things that are going to fall on his children and his grandchildren, and he's going to be alive to see it. Anyway, I think it's worth y'all pouring energy into, because everyone else is going to, into checking into Jay-Z being the fucking murderer of the industry. This nigga a straight gangster for real, for real. Like, he done did his thing. And now it's gonna be time for him to find out what's going on with him too. He gonna find out whether or not people fuck with him for real, but I don't think he cares. He's gonna remain rich. He's going to keep on doing what he's doing. He's going to keep his seat at the table, but we're going to keep on reporting and talking about him. But we're going to keep on listening to his music too, okay? At least I am. You ain't got to. Again, I can separate Sean Carter from Jay-Z. All right, y'all.